But with that, we will move on to the Steelbook section, and I'll just switch the view here. So for this section, as you can see on the wall behind me, I collect Steelbooks of movies. And so what I'm going to do moving forward is as any new Steelbooks that I get or as they're released, because I get a lot of them on release date, I'll talk about the new ones that I get in this section, and then afterwards I'll put them on the wall, kind of where you can see it right now. There's the Black Panther is about there, and then we've got West Side Story, and then on the other side we've got Maleficent. So I'll put them in that general area, mainly because the movies above that on the wall, those are kind of sets, and I'm going to keep those in place for the time being. But I'll circulate through kind of, on the bottom of the frame there, the ones that are newer, so we get a little bit of variety in the background. But I'm just going to, if you're interested, feel free to stick around. If not, you can skip ahead. But I really love Steelbooks, and, I buy a lot of physical media. And at this point, I like the artwork of the Steelbooks, so it's not going to be like an unboxing video. I've already opened them, but I'll just go through and show you the artwork, and and then we'll get them up on the wall after the video. So first up we have, and there's two of these that I didn't pick up this last month in June, but I think they were in May, and this was just to round out so I can get 6 new ones to put on the wall where we can kind of see the most prominently displayed movies. But this one is Uncharted. This was a fun film. It wasn't like my favorite film, but it had interesting artwork, so that's what mainly interested me to pick it up. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gotten it on release day. But that one I thought was some creative artwork. Not like my favorite artwork ever, but it's certainly unique as far as Steelbooks go, and I'm happy to have it in the collection. And then next up we have the Batman. And I like the design on this. It's very simplistic. I mean, part of me wants to see a bit more, but I like seeing the question mark blend into Batman's head, and then that's the back. So the front's definitely a lot better than the back. Sometimes you get a lot better artwork on the backs than the fronts, or at least relatively better than other movies. But this was one of my favorite movies of the year, so I was really excited to get my hands on this. I almost didn't because Best Buy, I guess, had a problem. I think I moved since I pre-ordered this thing or something like that, and had to change my billing address, and so that made the payment not go through when they released it. So they canceled my order, and then at that point it wasn't available on their website, at least not readily available. So I got lucky because I was checking very frequently, and found one time when I checked in it was available to add, so I added it to my cart and was able to get it even. So fortunately, was not at the mercy of the scalpers for that. All right, next up we have Old. This is a film from last year, and pretty similar front and back. Getting a little bit of the reflection of my screen on there, but this is a movie that I haven't seen, but it was on sale, and I like the artwork, so I figured I'd pick it up, get the chance to see it, and so I'm sure that'll pop up at some point in my Movies Monthly at Home section. And then next up we have The Matrix. This is a little hard to see. It's catching some light. There's not a whole lot of art here. It's mostly black, and then you got some of the designs trickling down, and then the back. So it's a nice enough one. I didn't buy this on release. The movie was fine, and the artwork didn't blow me away. So I got it on sale though. I think it was Anyway, so when I saw it on sale, I liked it enough to pick it up at that point, so that's why I got it this month as opposed to a few months ago. And then lastly, we have The Hurt Locker. I have not seen this film. It's one of the Best Picture winners that is on my list to check out. We have the front and the back. But so I now have it. This released, I think, a few months ago or something like that. But because I hadn't seen it, I wasn't going to pick it up on like release date. But it went on sale this last month, so I'm like, it's a Best Picture winner. The artwork looks really, really good, in my opinion. I really like the front. Very, very stylized, and a lot more. It's very creative as far as a Steelbook goes. So figured I'd pick it up, and hoping it's a good movie. But we will. If it's a Best Picture winner, I'm sure it's a good movie. We'll see how much I like it though when I get around to watching it. All right, so that does it for the physical media that I picked up in the last month, and then a couple in May. And we'll get those up on the wall. Otherwise, we will transition to the last segment here, which is looking ahead. Or I guess before we transition, let me know if if you enjoy Steelbooks, if you have Steelbooks yourself, or that sort of thing. If you got any in the last month, especially any maybe harder finds or that sort of thing, I'd love to hear it in the comments below.